Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open, it's just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, my bro, most men stay stuck because they think that progress only counts when it's fucking big. Like, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, the thing is, though, that your life changes in small moments. Your life doesn't change in these big, grandiose moments. Your life changes in the small moments, bro. In the one workout at a time, in the one cleaned up corner of your garage, in the one prayer, in the one hard conversation, in that one little task that I handed you today, instead of just ignoring it again, bro. You know what I'm talking about. You see, that's how you build a powerful life. Not in these giant leaps, but in the daily reps. When I focus on taking these massive leaps, you get overwhelmed, you get frustrated, it doesn't feel right, and quite frankly, it almost never happens. But when I focus on the small, on the daily reps, on just doing one thing, just doing it over and over and over again in small increments, brother, that's when I've noticed that I've made the most progress. And see, lately, I'm back to training in my garage, man, and I took a deep breath because I'm loving it. I can't believe I let that go. I can't believe I had transitioned to going to the gym and LA Fitness when I was fucking killing it in my garage, bro. And so I'm back. I'm back training in my garage every single morning. And I realized that something crazy started to happen, bro. Like, not only was I getting like in a better mood, not only was I getting obviously stronger because I'm hitting the weights, I'm just feeling more in tune because I'm actually saving more time too because I'm not packing my gym bag, going out on the road. And I was thinking that that was working, but it really wasn't. What really I started to notice is that the garage itself, it just started to transform me. And I enjoyed my garage time. I really do. Like, little by little, it really did start to transform me. Like, and let me explain it, because you're like, oh, how the fuck can a garage really transform you? But bro, if you're a motorsport dude, if you're a gearhead, if you're a fucking dude who likes to spend a lot of time in the garage, then you know what I'm talking about, man. Like just one morning when I was working out, I was like, yo, I was in between sets, and it said like 1 minute. No, this one was 2 minute rest, and I was like, oh shit, 2 minutes. And I just started standing there. I was just walking in circles, and I was like, yo, hold on, let me fucking put this time to use. And then I just started organizing some tools that I had in a corner. And then the next morning, I did the same shit. I started moving some bike parts around. And then the next day, I started cleaning up the shelf that I had at the top of my bench that, man, it's just been ignored for so long. And then the next day, I was moving some parts, getting ready for the Camaro. And then the other day, I was fucking working on the bikes in between sets. And then before I knew it, dog, more shit was getting done in my garage while I was working out than before when I'd had this huge burst of motivation. When I'd had this huge burst of time of just a time block, which rarely ever happens anymore. And so it fucking hit me. I was like, yo, consistency beats the intensity when the intensity has no consistency behind it. Because, bro, we live pretty busy fucking lives. We, like, bro, if you're working on yourself, if you're working on your family, if you're working on your career, if you're working on your spirituality, on your motorsport passions, if you're banging gears every day, dog, there's a lot going on in your life. And so it's very hard to have long blocks in order to dedicate to whatever you want. And so that's why I realized that consistency beats intensity when intensity has no consistency behind it. Because it's very challenging to consistently set apart large time blocks. It really is. And so, bro, stop waiting for the in when I have enough time. Like that, like that's what hit me. And I was like, bro, this is what I fucking needed. You see, most of us, we destroy the momentum because we think that, oh my God, I need this giant block of free time in order to make the progress. And that's really, man, and I'm here thinking about it. I'm like, bro, how can I incorporate this shit into my Camaro? Because lately, I've been going there every Saturday night. And I'll be frank with you, this episode, it comes out on Monday, right? But I'm filming this on Saturday night. It's fucking 7:27 p.m. And I should already be over there working because Saturday nights has been my time block to go work on my Camaro. And now, as I was saying this, I'm like, yo, how can I like transition from big ass time blocks to little short bursts of momentum, what I'm here talking about, in order to make more progress on my Camaro? Because it's fucking challenging, dog, to go and set up big time frames, big fucking bursts of blocks of time to go dedicate to something. It really is. And so most of us men, we destroy our momentum because we think that that's the only way that we can do it. But bro, that's a fucking lie. You don't need 5 hours. You just need 20 intentional minutes. You really do. And then to circle back on how I was thinking about my Camaro, I was like, bro, maybe I go there once or twice a week, or maybe what I need to do already is just bring that shit back home so I can work on it in my garage. I can work on that shit between sets. I can work on it at night when I get home. But I'm going out of tangent right now. Instead of looking for big ass time blocks, bro, what if we're working back in my garage, we're doing exercise back in my garage and doing things in between sets? What it made me realize is the power of just small, intentional increments of action. Because look, the problem isn't the lack of want, right? The problem is the lack of consistent engagement because we live busy fucking lives. So look, let me give you an example. Like when you touch something daily, you stay like mentally connected. And that's fucking huge, bro. The garage, it stays on my radar because now I'm going every single morning. Like when you intentionally work on your business every day, the business stays on your radar. When you're intentionally working on your marriage every day, your marriage stays on your radar. When you're intentionally working on your fitness every day, well, guess what? Your fucking fitness stays on your radar. But when you disappear from something for weeks at a time, dog, it becomes mentally heavy to fucking restart it. It really does. And so that's why most of us men, we procrastinate. Not because we're fucking lazy, but because we just disconnect. And then when we disconnect, it creates a resistance to start things back up. It really is. Like, have you ever tried pushing a car from a dead stop? It's challenging to get it going. But if the car is already moving, it's a lot easier to keep it moving. That's why I'm relating here with this. You see, like think about the guy who's rebuilding his car, bro. If he waits until he has an entire free Saturday, like I was just talking about, and I don't have an entire free Saturday. I actually work on Saturdays and I get things done. And I've been going every Saturday night, right? But let's say the guy that just waits for to have a whole entire fucking Saturday or a whole entire Sunday and only able to do that maybe once or twice a month, bro, the build drags on forever. I know this. This is exactly what I'm going through with my Camaro. But the dude who spends 20 to 30 minutes focusing on putting intentional action into whatever it is that you really want to get done, bro, that eventually will fire up. Like man, and as I'm just like thinking more and more as I'm here talking and as I'm diving into the subject, I was like, bro, I think it's time to bring my shit back home. Because I would make so much more progress on my car if it was in my garage. If I didn't have to go all the way to my homie's house, he lives in fucking Homestead, is half an hour south from me, to go work on it. But that's for another episode, bro. It really is. And so eventually the car will fire up, right? Like, and so the same thing is with your body, bro. The same thing is with your faith. The same thing is with your marriage. The same thing is with your spirituality. The same thing is with your career. The same thing is with anything that you do intentional for periods of time that requires every day. You will make progress. When you hit this shit every single day, even if it's for 5, even if it's for 10 minutes, eventually you will be looking back and you'll be like, holy shit, I've made so much progress in this. And this is why I created the whole banging gears framework, and to fucking meditate every day, and to take a green juice every day, and to read the Bible every day, into praying every day, into fucking doing exercise every day, into working on my relationship every day, into having some type of connection and talking to a family or a friend every day, into working on my business, on my career every day, even on Sundays. Into bro, when you do something every day, even if it's for a little bit, even if it's for a couple minutes, when you look back and when you zoom out, you're gonna be like, holy shit, I've made a lot of progress. All those 5, 10, 15, 20-minute increments, they add up when you do it every single day. It really does. And so momentum, it's built through repetition, brother. It really is. Motivation is unreliable. It truly is. Like, bro, I didn't even want to come and fucking film this episode. I was like, bro, it's fucking late. Damn, I need to fucking head out. I just want to go do this. And right away, my mind was like, yo, just film tomorrow. Just film tomorrow. But no, fuck that. Because I would have got there and I would have been regretting this shit. And I would have been hating life. And I would have been like, no, I would have just subconsciously told myself that I'm a quitter. And I don't roll like that. You see, momentum is earned, bro. It really is. And what momentum loves repetition. And the more repetition you do this shit, the more you hit it, the more momentum you build. And when you build the momentum, it's very hard for you to give up. It really is. And so once you start showing up daily, what happens is that your brain, it starts identifying as the kind of man who follows through with the things he says he's gonna do. That's exactly why I was like, nah, I'm gonna go do this right now. I'm gonna film these episodes. I'm gonna fucking show up because I say that I was gonna do this today before heading over there. And I'm a man who follows through. And so when you do that, the identity shift happens, and the identity shift is everything, bro. It really is. And so you stop saying, oh, I'm trying to get disciplined, because you start becoming the man who is disciplined. All because you're doing the things that you said you were going to do. Huge fucking difference there. Huge. Because now your actions, they match your identity, right? But if I would talk about consistency, about motivation, not a momentum, and about all this shit, but yet I can't even do it myself, then I'm literally like talking and not having the identity of the man who does it. That is why I was fucking strict on making this shit happen. It really was. And so if you train in your garage enough mornings, like think about this shit, bro. I'm back doing exercise in my garage, and I fucking do this shit every morning, right? Wake up at 4, I take care of business in the restroom, I take a shit, all this stuff. Every fucking human does that. I meditate, I pray, and then I go straight to working out. And right now my workouts have been from 5 to 5:45, right? Take a shower, and I'm down eating breakfast. And actually, one of the things that I like the most about now working out in the garage, aside from having the time to do things in the garage, is that now I get to have breakfast with my wife every day. And it's really helped our bonding connection, right? And so, but I'm fucking deviating right there. If you train in the garage enough mornings, if I train in the garage enough mornings, eventually it's gonna feel weird not to go in there. It really is. And so when you do something every day, it's gonna feel weird when you don't do it. If you pray enough mornings, eventually your spirit is gonna crave that prayer. If you start cleaning and organizing or taking care of business every single day, eventually the disorder, it's gonna fucking bother you, bro. It really is. Why? Because repetition rewires your standards. It's literally about engraving a new identity into who you are. This shit is powerful, bro. It really is. The thing is that most of us men are trying to change our outcomes without changing our identity. Like, bro, looking back, and the times that I wanted to change, the times that I wanted to do things different, the times that I wanted to remove a bad habit or bad things or add something good, it didn't stick because I didn't change my identity. But the identity that you have is built through repetition. It's built through action. It's built through showing up. Like, it's not built through the motivational speeches. It's not built through the vision boards. It's not built through the hype videos. Look, those shits work, but if you only rely on motivation, my brother, you will fail. I know because I've been there. You got to rely on on transferring or reviving and killing your old identity and reviving into a new one. And that happens by doing the daily fucking reps, bro. You see, you don't become powerful overnight. Like, and take it from someone who wants everything. I want it all and I want it right now. And I always fucking right now, let's get it, let's get it. Like, I want this shit like right now. And it has really been challenging to embrace this new identity of, no, we got to work it out. No, we got to stick this through. No, we got to suffer long enough in order to make this who the fuck we are. And that right there has become power for me. It really has. It's become so powerful because I'm proving to myself every single day that I can be trusted. That when I say I'm going to do something, I fucking do it. And that is the reason why I sat here, even though I wanted to fucking go work on my Camaro. I'm here filming these episodes because I said that I was going to do. And I'm engraving the identity of the man who does the things that he said he's going to fucking do. And bro, the compound effect of you doing that day after day after day after day, it's real as fuck, bro. It really is. And so the tiny actions, they feel small in the moment, right? Like, oh, this was just one small Saturday, bro. But if I do this day and a day and again and again, then I'm literally engraving, I'm carving out my new identity as the man who fucking shows up. And when you compound that over time, bro, it becomes life-changing. It really does. And so one workout, it doesn't transform your body. You know this shit. But 300 workouts will. One date night ain't gonna transform your marriage. It really isn't. But years of connection will. One prayer may not instantly change your life, but daily prayer changes men. It really does. It fucking engraves a new identity in you. And that is the compound effect, my brother. It really is. And so my garage didn't magically transform overnight. Like, it hasn't, right? It transformed because I kept stepping into it consistently. Like, I'm back into action. I'm back doing the damn thing. I literally was like, yo, this is where it all started. And so why am I not willing to continue with the things that worked? That was the biggest game for me. That was the biggest game changer, bro. And here's the funny part. That's how life works too. You see, your future isn't built in one gigantic, heroic moment, just like the movies play it out to be. Like, it really isn't. Your life is built in the boring daily moments that nobody claps for. And in the boring daily moments that you don't want to go do that shit. In the boring daily moments that you would rather go do something else, but you still did the thing that you were going to do, even though you didn't want to do that. That's how you build your life. That's how you transform into a fucking warrior. You see that right there? That's how wide open warriors win, bro. Because we understand something that most people don't. Small actions are never small when they're repeated long enough. And that's why I'm on this 1,000-day mission. Not because I'm after this one heroic moment. It's because I'm doing this day after day after day in order to transform myself into the man that I want to be. And so the life that you want, bro, it's hiding inside the daily reps that you keep avoiding. So stop avoiding them. So let me hit you with this question right here as we wrap up this episode. What area of your life have you been neglecting because you think you need more time instead of more consistency? And my challenge for you is that for these next 30 days, I want you to just pick one area of your life, just one. And I want you to touch that shit every single day. Even if it's for only 5 minutes, if it's for only 10 minutes, if it's for only 20 minutes, bro, touch that shit every single day. Whether it be your body, whether it be your marriage, whether it be your business, whether it be your garage, whether it be your faith, whether it be this dream that you really want. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions, bro, and start building the momentum right now. Because, brother, the men who become dangerous aren't always the most talented. I'm a normal dude. I just refuse to give up. The men who become dangerous are the ones who keep showing up long after everyone else disappeared. That garage, me showing up there every day in the mornings now, it reminded me of something fucking powerful. That little bit of just going in there That little bit of just doing one little thing, that little change in my routine, in my daily reps, I will outperform by just doing that every single day over waiting for this massive just effort every single time. So bang gears daily, bro. Hold this shit wide open and build your life one intentional rep at a time. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, claiming victory for every single wide open warrior that's out there. My brother, this is your wake-up call. Break the chains, step out of the average, and become that badass motherfucker that you were born to be. This Live Wide Open movement isn't just a podcast. This is a mission that God has stamped in my heart and helping you rise as the purpose I live for. So lock this shit in and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And yo, if today's message lit that fire in your chest, my brother, then don't you dare keep this shit to yourself. Fuel another brother. Send this to another motorhead. Send this to another gearhead. Send this to another warrior who's hungry for more. Because the truth of the matter is that building a better life for your family is non-fucking negotiable. You got people who are depending on you. You've got a legacy to create. And those excuses, they keep popping up in your mind. They're never going to feed the fucking table. So it's time to get up. It's time to lock in. And it's time to get to fucking work, dog. This is your moment. This is your mission. This is your movement. And wide open is the fucking way. Let's go.